I was bopping along then to that lovely music. Hello and welcome to our very first webinar. You are all so very welcome from all over the world. We've got people joining us. I can see there are people from Italy, UK, Lithuania, Finland, Macedonia, Canada, and well beyond that. So welcome to you all. This webinar is going to be lasting about an hour or so, and after the webinar we'll make sure that you receive an email with all the links, and there'll be the deck and any other information. So don't worry if you don't catch everything that's in the chat right away. We will be following up with a lovely email. So today's webinar, as you know from the sign-ups and the blog post that we crafted for you, is all about mini course generator, mini course greatness. And this is the first community webinar, and this is going to be about tips, tricks, and winning use cases. And I am delighted to say that I'm not going to be on my own. I am going to be joined not only by all of you joining from all over the world, I'm also going to be joined by Erin and Onur from the MCG team. Later on in the webinar, we're going to be doing a live demonstration, and I'm going to be showing you some of the new AI features. We're also going to be having a look at what's coming up and how you can connect with us. But we really do encourage you to put your questions, and if you've got any specific mini course generator questions, put those in the chat. And as I said, I'm not on my own. I'm also joined by Erin. How are you, Erin?
Hi, Louise. I'm so excited for the webinar. How about you?
Yeah, I'm really glad that you're here, because I know when I first started using Mini Course Generator, there was a pop-up that had our support in there. Obviously, I wasn't with the team then. And I met you because I started asking you questions, and you couldn't have been more helpful. The team is absolutely fantastic. So tell us a bit about where you are and what you do for Mini Course Generator.
Yeah, of course. I'm Eren from the customer success team, joining you from Turkey, where it's almost 40 degrees today. It's very hot. I'll be monitoring the chat throughout today's webinar to answer any questions you might have. If I don't get to your question during the session, or if you think of something later, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at support@minicoursegenerator.com. Good luck with the presentation today.
Thank you, Erin. So yes, if you've got any questions at all, if you've got ideas about how to use Mini Course Generator, you've got a great course yourself that you want to share, or if you just want to ask some questions, pop them in the chat, because what we can also do is put them on the screen as well. Hi, Biggie. Good morning from San Francisco. And hi, Iqwil from Bavaria. Thank you so much. So what's really nice about this is that somebody may be thinking of a question and a bit too shy to put it in the chat. So if you do have a question, don't hesitate to ask, because you might just be helping somebody else by asking the question that they were thinking about too. So, we've got Rohit that's joining us from New York as well. Thank you so much for joining us. So Erin, I'm going to pop you back to the backstage area where you're going to be answering all of our chat for everybody. Thanks ever so much. And we'll bring you back later on at the end if there's anything else you'd like to add. Okay, speak to you soon, Erin. So now you've met one of our team from our customer success team, so you can now put a face to the name whenever you need any support. But there's so much more to Mini Course Generator, and it has been such a success in the last few years. Over 10,000 people are using Mini Course Generator successfully. And it would be a great honor and opportunity if we heard from Onur, who is the co-founder of Mini Course Generator. So welcome to the webinar, Onur. How are you?
Thank you very much. How about you?
I'm really good, thank you. I'm really super excited to be able to share this with everybody.
Thank you, Louise, for hosting this webinar. But first things first, I want to mention that it's a great privilege for us to have you on board. For the viewers, let me make a quick intro for her. She has an extensive background in the edtech space, like working for Highland Council UK, Google for Education UK, as well as contributing to pioneering edtech products. So we are very happy to work together with you in our journey of building a great product. Welcome again to the team.
Thank you, Onur. It's a real pleasure to be here. Lots of great comments coming through on the chat. We've got Mehmet that's saying, let's go. Lots of people saying, yeah, they're looking forward to hearing more about Mini Course Generator. So it has been such a success and it's so simple to use. Anyone can start to use it. And of course, AI has given us even more of a leg up, or a lift in generating mini courses. So please do tell us more about it.
Maybe I can start with how this idea emerged. When we were in the idea phase of mini course generator in the middle of 2021, we read the market like this. There are two main product categories where most of the products are gathered. The first category is mainly built for corporate learning practices, lifelong learning and development. And the second group, where the products are mainly built for creators who would like to get paid through selling their courses. For the first group, we saw that most of the platforms are containing a rigid structure of an LMS architecture, which what I mean is that they have lots of features full of capabilities, but a complexity issue comes along with it. And for the second group, since the main purpose is selling the courses, they are built with the e-commerce focus. So we thought that there is a market in between. There's an untapped need, which is making a simple product as simple as possible to create and deliver courses, whereas it should be as flexible as possible to create the learning engagement. So that's how the idea emerged at that moment.
That's amazing. And you've just mentioned there about, the fact that it's free to start as well. So, you're not kind of putting a time limit on a trial. People can actually start, create courses, see how it fits with them. And I think that's a really nice way for people to start, because they don't have the pressure then, do they?
Because switching platforms isn't something good. So we want that if you would like to go with the mini course generator, first be confident about yourself that this product will join you throughout your journey, entrepreneur journey or your educational journey. So as you mentioned perfectly, our product is free forever, the basic platforms. But whenever you would like to use the premium features, of course there are plans. But the essence and the essentials are free to use.
Amazing. And of course, I know from experience, you listen to user feedback. There's a great culture of you said, we did, and you love getting feedback from the community. And this is a way for everyone to get involved in helping to shape the future of the product too.
Yes, we have been continuously improving the product. If any of our viewers are asking what kind of new features has been released so far recently, I suggest that our YouTube channel is the right place to go. We have a video in which we summarize our 5 months from January to end of May, what kind of new features we have released. Plus, we are going to release a new video in 2 weeks' time, which will include about the accessibility features, AI-powered voice generation, etc. So we have a close contact with the community, which not only is a must for us, but for all the startups. So it's the only way to build and grow together. So we care always what we hear from the community.
There's a really nice comment that's just come in the chat. This sounds like such a powerful tool. The combination of a mini course generator and an AI assistant can streamline content creation, and that's from Marit there, and we're going to actually show you exactly how you can do that. But it isn't just about how you create, it's how you consume the content as well, and we're going to be looking at something that's quite groundbreaking as to how you can present your mini courses as well. So yes, we'll be going to have a look at that. Now, we mentioned 10,000 creators using it, but wouldn't it be great if we could explore some of the use cases? So we've put the next section, which we've entitled Mini Course Greatness. There's going to be a lot of MCG analogies now that I'm on the team. So mini course greatness amongst the top use cases. And you mentioned monetization there as well. So this is people who are using their knowledge, their expertise, and they're monetizing that. So they're building an experience about their subject. So why is this such an attractive feature for people looking to do this?
I believe that sales commission, the 0% of sales commission is one side of the story, but I think the main story lies behind. For most of the products which makes selling courses possible, we saw that the courses are mainly built with video, text, and then a quiz. There's a how can I say, a standard structure. But learning experience, after all, is the key to grow the community, to build a relationship with your audience or with the purchasers. So we thought that learning interfaces should be as flexible as possible, as I mentioned in the beginning of this webinar. So I think Mini Course Generator is one of the rare tools in which you can create your courses in a flexible way with Lego pieces. You just drop block, an interactive element, then add a video, then add an image, then next page you can create another version with interactive elements. So monetization, but with engaging courses and even with micro-learning materials, is the thing what sets apart MCG from other monetization tools.
And the other thing that I think sets Mini Course Generator out from some of the other tools that are out there, firstly, 0% fees are taken. So you don't take a revenue share or a percentage of the money that that creator makes. Their payment processor might take that some percentage, but Mini Course Generator doesn't. It's just a flat monthly fee or annual fee.
Yeah. So we have connection with Stripe and Lemon Squeeze and Publi. And as far as we see from the communities, integrating your own Stripe account with the MCG is quite easy, and to proceed afterwards is very easy. So we hear feedback if you have any requests in this monetization flow.
And I've put there as one of the points about landing pages, because it's really, if you want to share your course, you want people to have a look at it, don't you, or people want to have a look at it before they decide to buy it. And what I really love about Mini Course Generator, and I'm just going to share this one that I've built myself, and we can put the link in the chat. So this is the course that I built from scratch, and this is the main landing page. So here you've got drag and drop features, and this landing page also has search engine optimization built into it. And if you build a course with AI, it will actually create that for you, and I can show you. But then you can click on one of the modules, and the module has its own landing page as well. And there you can see the different component parts. So it's really nice to have this landing page for the collection, which is the collection as a whole. But you can also go into the module as well, the mini course, and that has its own landing page. And I've actually got an example here, which I'm really happy to put onto the chat. I can just paste that in. This example here is actually of a paid course. And if you wanted to have a look at what the website is, so the website is actually the Weave Room online. This is all about selling hair extension courses. This is all of my own hair. Here you have the website, and there's a third-party product in there, which is called ThingLink. But when you click to go to the course, you can see that the landing page has got the overview of all the 10 modules, and this is built in Mini Course Generator. These landing pages are so easy to customize. And then when you click on the module 1, you see that landing page again. You might have a warm introduction from the course tutor. You can see that you've got more information about it. And then when you want to start the course, that's when you have the payment gateway, which is unlock this exclusive course. And that's really lovely because the viewer can then sign up with their name and email address. They don't have to manage passwords, and the creator doesn't have to manage passwords either. And you're still giving people a flavor of that course before they go and buy. Landing pages are the best. I totally agree with you. So built-in SEO, and then another feature that we've got there, social sharing with certificates and badges. So if people have completed your course, they can share their certificates and badges across the social media that advertise the fact that they feel good, that they've got the badge or the certificate. But again, it raises awareness. And we're going to have a look at that a little bit later on, aren't we?
Yeah.
The next use case we're going to feature on onboarding. How very relevant when I just joined the team.
In our community, I would like to make an addition here. In our community, we see that there's a pattern regarding who gets most out of this onboarding use case. To name a few, for NGOs, non-profit organizations, or for charities, whenever a new volunteer joins the team, or for sales organizations where sales staff changes frequently and there's a high turnover, or for SMEs who would like to build a culture in the onboarding process, but without using a giant product. They just deliver the course. Afterwards, they create a quiz, they present it, and set a threshold. And if passed, they get a badge. The new employee gets a badge. So I believe MCG is a great fit for member training and partner training to create a culture in an easy way.
Amazing. And we've got someone on the screen there who's, on their mobile phone. Mini Course Generator courses just look beautiful on a mobile phone. So when you share the link, you know that it's going to be optimized for a mobile experience. And small to medium companies, they don't have the resources to give everybody a laptop, but also you might not even get your laptop or your device before you start work. So this is a really great way of being able to understand more about the company ethos, understand more about what your role might be. You could even have virtual tours embedded in there. And you could do this all on your phone before you even arrive at the door. And it's so important to get a feel for your company before you start there. And the fact that you've got accessibility features built in just means that that company is thinking about accessibility for all and starting to grow their culture of really valuing people and not just having tick box mandatory. We've all seen it, haven't we, where people go click, 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 click through the training, but this is so much more engaging.
Definitely.
And we mentioned data insights there as well. So if a company shares information, they can do that. If it might be sensitive information, they can make sure they have a login there. And again, people could log in with their email. There's no password. They don't have to have already got their Microsoft or their Google login. So they can just log in with their email address and access. And there's still data insights. So the course creator would still know that that person's engaged with the content as well, which is really important, isn't it, to know that someone's actually completed it.
And besides, despite its simplicity, the admin can get the full report, who completed the courses, gave which answers to which questions, etc. So the analytics side is also as strong as a classical conventional LMS, although it's simple to share and deliver.
Amazing. And as we said, not all big companies want to use an LMS system because it's really complex. But yeah, it's something that they can use to just start to get going. And I've actually got a really nice example, which I'm really happy just to share with people. So with this example, it's a small company and they are a laundry company. And it's really important that they don't spend a lot of time training people to use the machines for health and safety. So this is a laundry training mini course that this company has created, and all it is a welcome and introduction. Meet some of the members of the staff. These are the main machines that we use, and this is how you engage with our customers. And that is just such a nice welcome that's going to give people the confidence to know what their expectations are when they set foot in their new place of employment. So another really, really great use case. So by the way, when you get these slides as well, you'll see that I've put a little orange link in there. And if you click on that link, it will take you to all the information about each of these use cases as well. So our next use case, now this is brilliant, customer education and product training. And you've got some pretty impressive ways in which people can use Mini Course Generator for this.
Definitely, as we talk in the value section, simplicity and flexibility. So for the customer education, this idea emerged naturally. We want that. We want to enable that for customer education or product training. We should meet learners, or let's say users or prospective customers, on the dashboard of the products itself. So we built the embeddable academy widgets, I think, which is the first of its kind in the market. In addition to that, I want to also share a fulfilling milestone for us. We are the first company and still the only company in the world, only edtech company, edtech startup in the world, which makes adding an academy inside the chat box. We developed an intercom app where you can easily install to your intercom messenger without any coding, and you can present your academy inside the chat box. And where you can provide the seamless customer education. So I am proud that we are the pioneer of this approach globally.
That's amazing. And we've got a little GIF on the screen there, a little video of how it looks. But shall we have a look exactly what it looks like and walk the walk and show people what it looks like inside Mini Course Generator? So if I just go on to my homepage here, which is where I'm logged in, you'll see at the bottom, there's the intercom messenger. And here's yourself and Erin, who are there. How can we help? You can leave a message. But here you have what is in essence one of these collections of mini courses. And that's built into this pop-up widget that people can just work through each of these mini courses. And you can see it follows progress, so it knows that you're logged in, so you don't have to go back and start something again. And you've got certificates. But the main thing is it's all in one place. People don't have to click off the page and go somewhere else. And imagine, people are trying to work out an online piece of software, and you've got all the instructions in the same interface. I can think of so many different use cases for this. I bought a product the other day online. It was a water jet flosser, and I had to go on YouTube and look around for the instructions of how to use it. Something like this would have just made it so much simpler.
Definitely. Intercom app, and even if you don't use an intercom, you can embed your academy widget wherever you want on your product in a native way. So we don't need to send learners to outside of your platform to a new tab where a third-party application just pops up, etc. So we can provide the native academy learning experience directly inside the product, which I find is very significant and crucial.
Amazing. And I've just got this mini course here that I've created previously. This was just one that I spun up, and I can go to embed here, and you can see that I've got embed codes here that I can embed this. I've also got the iframe. So if you don't have the pop-up widget option, then you can just embed it into a page within your product as well. So it's super flexible, sharing by link, embed, and that pop-up.
Also, I would like to add that recognizing the achievements of customers is important, I believe. So all the certification, micro-credentialing, and providing badges are coming naturally inside your product. So customer certification becomes possible in a very easy way through embedding your academy.
And I can imagine that, say, a school that has a range of software that's, you know, kind of in a tech stack for teachers to use, maybe they could have a mini collection for each of that, because sometimes if you want to have training on a product, that product might not be configured in the way that it is for other people. So the people who are providing these products for their workers or their employees can actually make a mini course really easily that's tailored to the exact experience. So yeah, I mean, I can see so many uses for it, but ultimately, if you're explaining to somebody how to use a product, that's going to really help with increased adoption, reduction of churn. It's just a whole better kind of customer experience, isn't it? I know that there are so many things that I wish I had an in-app kind of training course for. So yeah. Lots of nice questions that are coming through. Somebody's asked if they can embed in the Mighty Networks community. Paul, I'm pretty sure that you could, if it's using an iframe or the code. We're really happy to follow up with you after the webinar if you get in touch, and we can actually try and see if we can embed it directly into the Mighty Networks community. That's a really, really great. Someone's asking about the definition of a mini course. Oh, so that's a really, really good question there. So mini courses are a really nice way that you could chunk up all of that content into really nice themes. So if you've got 60 hours of content, why enforce 60 hours of content on your learners? Why not chunk it up into a number of mini courses and then put them all into one collection? So our next use case is lead generation, and I put the honeypot there as the emoji. I couldn't think of a better emoji to have for lead generation. So tell us a bit more about this use case.
I see this use case mostly with coaches and consultants because they have a big knowledge. They want to show their expertise, because at the end of the day, this is the thing that they get the money, but they want to show their expertise through content depth on their courses. So this kind of mini courses are great for starting relationship and building engagement with the new prospects, because as far as we have seen in the market, educational materials are the most strongest lead magnets to start a relationship. So as you know, in B2B sales, the whole sales funnels takes time, but as a starter, education brings the relation. So using mini courses or collections in a wider sense is good for the top of the funnel of this sales relationship building.
That's really, really good. And on the link that I've put into the slide deck, when you click on it, there's a really nice blog post here, which is drop it like it's hot. 6 creative and practical areas to use your mini courses links. And I love this. So, you know, if you've got an email marketing platform, you could have a mini course that goes out if you've got YouTube, rather than just having a little quiz, you could have a mini course that people do once they've watched your YouTube video. All of this is going to give people a much more engaging experience. Putting something on LinkedIn, it doesn't have to be a massive course, does it? It could be something which is, you know, a little bit of micro learning experience, so that you're giving people something for free to show the value of the product they're going to end up buying, or the engagement with the course creator or the coach or whoever's creating it. So all of those links are in those slides for you. So our last top use case, which we thought we'd call out, is about complementary to face-to-face training as well. And I love this because I'm such a believer in flipped and hybrid learning, so that people can, really kind of understand something before they actually go to the course.
As you mentioned, this is this is a common pattern that we see also. If you are a trainer and you have a workshop program or a training program, let's say it lasts for 2 months, and it's a physical, if it happens in online or the physical, but if it is a synchronous program, then you should need a complementary area to supplement with online materials. For those cases, the agility of mini course generator, not only for providing courses, but also for reporting, certification, providing badges, makes things simple. So it's a complementary asset in such synchronous training programs.
I think we've talked a lot so far about all of these wonderful use cases. Alyssa Martin, who's a voice coach, has said, will we be showing some examples today of the LinkedIn idea? Well, actually, Alyssa, I created one last night, which was a mini course on entrepreneurial skills. And I'm going to show you that example. That would be ideal for LinkedIn if you were, say, you know, someone that was promoting your entrepreneurial courses as a voice coach. Oh my goodness, there must be so many great ways for you to use mini course generator. But I thought it'd be really fun if we went straight in now into my mini course generator account, and we'll start to show people the difference between the mini courses, the collections, and we'll create something. So and do stop me, Onur, if there's something that I'm not doing right or you think I should be calling out.
You covered everything perfectly. Thank you.
Thank you. So here, when I log in, you can see that it's such a simple interface. You know, congratulations to the whole team for the way that they have designed this. So it's so simple. You have your mini courses that you've built. So mini courses are just as it says on the tin, it's a mini course, but you can also create collections. And here's the barista one behind the scenes. And these are just 2 mini courses, which are part of this collection, and they are sequential. So when you've completed this one becomes open. But as I showed you before, each of these has a really beautiful landing page as well. So with the mini courses, I'm going to create something from scratch. So I'm going to create a mini course. So are you all ready for me to do a live demo? Do you double dare me to do this live on the webinar? But I thought it'd be really good. You know, obviously you've got 3 different options here. Create from scratch. You might already have all your content. The person that says that they had 60 hours of content, you know, use your own content. It's super easy. You can guide AI with descriptions. You can use AI to upload a PDF. If you've already got a PowerPoint, download it as a PDF and upload it, and then just give it some additional guidance. Here, I'm going to guide AI without a PDF. I'm going to do it from scratch. So describe your mini course idea. So I'm going to say that my profession is an educator and my target audience is young adults. And you can see here your description should be at least 5 words. So I'm going to say learning to become baristas. And then the description is going to be a course about espresso and latte art. And it's going to generate a title for me. So it's already, I can't believe this. Look, it's already come up with some titles: Mastering Espresso, Latte Art Essentials, From Bean to Brew for Aspiring Baristas. Let's go to Espresso Fundamentals, and we're going to click Generate the Outline. So now I've selected my title. It's going to create the outline, and I expected to be waiting here for a few minutes, but you can see that it's already built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections within my course. Introduction to Espresso, From Bean to Brew. And I'm not joking, but all of these are going to be complete pages with images and text ready for me to start adding other things in. So I'm going to just close down a few of these sections because I want to do some more demonstrations today, and I want to share this link so you get it all. And now you can see that I can also add AI generated images. So I'm going to generate my mini course. My AI assistant is in action, and it's just waiting. So, wow, where did MCG AI learn to fly? And some other nice comments coming through. This is exactly what content creators have been waiting for. Thanks, Marit. We do offer webhooks and integrations for Zapier. Here we go. It's ready. Okay, let's have a look at what it looks like. So I'm going to click Edit the mini course. Now I have my mini course, which is ready to go. You can see I've got a image there that it's chosen as a thumbnail. So if I click on the mini course, here is my mini course. We've got the definition of espresso. We've got all of the information there, the characteristics of espresso, differences between espresso, history of espresso and other coffees. And of course, this is all there for you to give you a leg up. It's to take the heavy lifting out of building the course. So now we've got that. You can see that the next thing that I can do is think about the landing page. And the landing page, it's already built one for me, but we've also got some presets here as well. So now you can start with classic, minimal, elegant. So I'm just going to pick up classic, and here we have a really nice layout for it. If I go on to edit the landing page, you can see that I can just drag and drop blocks there. I can also embed content from any of these partner products as well. So if you're using H5P, or you just have a Canva you want to embed, web links, it's all there for you. But what else is really, really lovely about this is if I click the settings button, you can see that it's already populated my SEO for me as well. So it's done all of that ready for me. So I'm going to click the save button there and then close the editor. Save and close the editor. There we have it. So now you can see that I've already got my link that I can post into the chat of a live course that I've just generated from scratch. And of course, now I can start making it truly my own. But what I really love about this as well is when it comes to the completion, you can celebrate your completion. You can display conditional feedback, show a score. You can even issue a badge. So now I can choose a badge, and you can see here it's given me, you know, a number of badges that I can choose from. If I go back to my landing page and edit the landing page, if you remember, it also gave me the option to upload a page logo. And being a Canva lover, I've already gone into my Canva and created me an MCG Vibes coffee, which is really quite cute. So back in my course, I'm just going to go back into it now, and I'm going to upload my page logo, and I've already got it there, so that's ready to go, and click save. And now you can see my page logo is on there. Now, when I go back to the save changes and I go back to the completion, you'll see that it will also have my logo that I've used in my badges. So I'll be able to completely customize all of these badges. So let's pick this one here. It says data and analytics specialist, and I'll say barista and approved, and that's all ready to go now. So now what that means is that whenever anyone, no, I think, Onur, are you rubbing against the microphone?
It might be.
Yeah, I think that's it. We got a little bit of noise there. So now that we've done all of that, when you complete the course, it will issue you your badge. So let's have a look at what that looks like. So we've got our Espresso Fundamentals course. We've got everything that's ready to go. We've got the completion ready to go with our success badge. And now you can see it's got our coffee logo on there ready. So let's give it a go. So my Espresso Fundamentals, I've got my share link. And of course, you can change that to any link that's on your domain really easily as well. Share this tab, start this course, and I'm just going to click through very quickly so that I get to the page which has got our congratulations on it. There we go. We've done it. And I've got my barista badge. And what is beautiful about this is when you click the share button, you can see that it's got built-in LinkedIn, Facebook, X and WhatsApp. So people are able to do that. Now that's just with a mini course that we've shown you. So let's have a look at the enhanced features when you start using this with a collection. So I'm just going to pause there and make sure and check in. Onur, are there any questions or anything that I haven't covered in the mini course generation side of things? Have I done us proud?
On the contrary, you tell better than me, so thank you.
Oh, I don't know about that. So, okay, let's go back into my mini courses home. So yeah, we put that up, but as you saw, it was just so easy to do that just with a few descriptions. But imagine if you wanted to upload, your own PDFs. It's really super easy to do that too. I'm going to go now into one of the other courses that I've created, which is the barista course, which is the one that I've shared with you already. So you can have a look at this. It's completely free. I've not set up any payment gateways on this because I've offered it up for free. But you've seen, the kind of basics within the mini courses. When you start looking at the collection, and if you have created a mini course and you want to add it to a collection, you can move your mini courses into your collections as well. So you don't need to worry if you've already created a mini course and then you want to create a collection, you can easily move those over. So in the collections, you'll see that I've got my 2 mini courses, but you get an overarching landing page, which of course you can really easily link to your domain. It's so simple to do that. All you need to do is go in and create a CNAME in your DNS settings of your domain, and then it automatically links it all together and you get confirmation that you've done that. If you can't do it, we get the most fantastic support from Erin to be able to do that. But in this collection, I can now think about all of these other settings, and that's public, email verification, which means that people have to be granted access after email. Here's where you put your paid access, and you can link to your Stripe, Lemon Squeezy, or Pabbly, or you can offer it out to specific learners. You can even have in-app authentication. So that's where you get all of these additional settings. Super easy to manage your custom domain. But now with your certification, you can choose custom certificates, or you can even upload your own certificates and then add in personalized tokens as well. So if I haven't made that easy enough to understand, this takes care of the entire workflow for you. So you don't have to, ideally, you don't even need to engage with your learners. They can sign up, be totally self-paced throughout the collection, or, you know, work through the mini courses. It will give them badges. It will give them completion certificates, which they can share out. There are so many time-saving features for you. Proceed in order, and you've also got this phenomenal accessibility widget as well, which I'll show you on one of the other courses when we go in there. You can even white label your emails, and this is phenomenal as well. So how many times do you collaborate with one of your colleagues? I'm actually quite on my own most of the time, but sometimes I like to work with one of my community friends, Claudia, and we like to work on courses together. So you don't have to have somebody else in your mini course account to collaborate with you. So it's not like team seats. You can invite anybody to come and collaborate with you on building your course. So this really takes out the heavy lifting of that. So just absolutely phenomenal way to be able to do that. Here you can manage your learners. These are some dummy learners that's in my course. You'll also see the analytics of the way that people have engaged with your courses. So I can see that 74 learners have engaged with that course already. And you get all of these other sharing options, including the widget. So I'm going to stop there and just make sure that we've covered the basics before we do another live demo to show people the icing on the cake, which is the AI interaction builder. Onur, is there anything there that you'd like to just call out, or anything that I've missed?
You covered everything, and I also am excited for the interaction builder, because that is one of the feature that we get many comments from the community. So let's go for the interaction.
I know, and we've only got about 12 minutes left, but we have been going through this at some rate. So I'm just going to go back to my slides really quickly, and just before we go on to the next section. So as just a recap, so we've shown you the simplicity in action, the difference between mini courses and collections. And of course, you can add micro credentials to badges and certificates. So people will have those unique IDs with those certificates, and there's a whole range of badge styles that you can choose from. You can share and enable access your way. Easy learner management, no passwords, but you can add two-factor authentication to people's access as well. So now we start to think about, you know, how we build more content into those pages. And we're going to start with a demo slam, which is the brand new AI interaction builder. Well, it's been out a couple of months now, hasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back into my mini course account. And I think what we'll do is we'll go back into the Espresso's fundamental course. So you can, of course, add in more pages at the bottom. You can add a page. and you can choose from the kind of different pages that you want to have. You can have password checks, information and knowledge, AI-powered quiz, which will take the content and create a quiz on the content. But of course, you can always add a block, add more videos in. And if you want to add an image in, you can also use an AI generator to build the images for you. So if I want to change the image, you can use images from Unsplash library that's provided for you, but also create with AI as well, or upload your own files. So you can add videos, images, text blocks, but then there's actions as well. And here is some different interactions you can have: flip cards, buttons, social buttons, other numbered cards. And if you look at the barista course, and we go in this one, you can see here, when you go into the course, I've built things like flip it and sip it and various different tools that you can use within that. So I'm just going to go back to this page, and I'm going to click on the AI interaction builder. And what this does is that this is going to suggest an interaction, an activity based on the content of my page. So here we can have an espresso quality factors, an espresso drink builder, an espresso brewing timeline. So let's go for an interactive timeline about brewing an espresso. I'm going to click next. You can choose your background color, your primary color, and I'm going to confirm my selection. And this is building a unique interactive block with AI based on the content. Other questions that are coming through, you can connect as many custom domains as you want. Yes, you can have more than one admin. You can have people give different rights, like admin and editing, to people that want to collaborate with you. Whilst that's just working, we can go into have a look at some of the other interactive blocks. I'm just going to go back into my account. Let me just go back in there. I'm going to go on to my barista course, and I'm just going to change learners and settings to public. There we go. So that will change that back. And we're just waiting for that to go. It was all going too smoothly right away. It will work, trust me. But if we go back onto, oh, it's built it. Here we have it. Oh my goodness. Right, so we've got the espresso brewing timeline, bean selection and grinding. We've got dosing and tamping, pre-infusion. And if we go into characteristics, you can see that it's built this all from scratch, which looks absolutely lovely. And of course, it's built this specifically for the course. So I'm just going to go back to my barista course because I want to show you just the wealth of the ones that are in there. If I go back into this one. So if we go back into the barista views, we've got what coffee are you? We've got the coffee personality tap quiz. Then if we scroll down, we've got our latte art, the latte art diagnosis tool. All of that was built with the AI interaction builder. So the whole point here is that you can have videos, you can have embeds from your favorite tools in your tech stack, and you can also create AI interactions. The other things that you saw, the flip it and sip it, I created. This was the flip it cards that you can just add your images to. So you really have every tool that you can possibly think of directly in your mini course generator. And I'm just going to stop there and ask you, Onur, if there's anything else there that you want me to cover, or have I missed?
regarding AI Interaction Builder, one of the things as an improvement point that we heard from the community is that also I think we hear the same feedback from your side. Once the interactive element is built, then there might be some needs for modifications like changing the background color or adding a new element, etc. So we are now improving the AI Interaction Builder with the second version, in which there will be a chat area. So you can chat with the AI for making modifications or slight changes depending on your use cases. So that's the second version of AI Interaction Builder will be possible within 2 weeks or 3 weeks time.
Amazing. So all of that's on the link in the email that you'll get when it comes out as well. And it truly is. I don't use the word game changer very often, but it is. I mean, you would have had to have spent hours and hours coding to get those kinds of results, but it is unique interactions based on your content. So what's coming next? So we thought it'd be really good to reward our community. So over the next few months, we are going to be launching a certified mini course generator program, and we'll be asking people to sign up and go through a short course, as you'd imagine, but it will be super engaging. But we really want to build a community of people who can support each other and share ideas and be part of a community, receive maybe some advanced features, referral links, all of those kinds of things. So that's what we're going to be doing to really support you to become a certified mini course generator. We know that people are creating courses as a profession for other people as well. And of course, you know, that's within your gift to do that. So you could build out your service offerings by becoming a certified mini course generator. We'll have another webinar in the next month or so, and I think we're going to call this MCG Unplugged Strategies and Success Stories, MCG Gold. Biggie, I've already got you on my list. I'm going to be in touch with you after this webinar, and we would love you to be part of your community, of our community. So I think that's enough from us. You know, we've done so much in this webinar, and it's our very first, and I'm just ecstatic with everything that we've shown you and the response from you all. It's just something to see it after we've been talking about this for the last few weeks. But Onur, over to you. I mean, it must be wonderful for you to see this come to life as well.
We are happy, of course. We are, after 3.5 years of proceeding and improving the product continuously, the point where we have reached is making us happy. But on the other hand, of course, there are still too much things to do. So whenever, if you ask or wonder how we can get most out of mini course generator regarding your use case, please let us know. We are always here to help. For example, we covered 5 use cases: onboarding, complementary to face-to-face trainings, monetization, lead generation, customer education, etc. So although these are the general headlines, in the details, it all changes. So please let us know. Eren is super in the customer support and customer success. We are always here to help. And please keep in touch whenever you need to make your ideas reality with mini courses and micro learning.
Thanks, Onur. And Eren has been behind the scenes answering lots of questions and putting lots of comments on the screen for us. So thank you, Eren, for all of your help. Will we include a community in MCG? Well, you're all part of our community. If you're talking about a community feature, that might be something on the roadmap. We'll have to keep our eyes on all of the feedback that will be coming. Thank you. That's so lovely to get such lovely.
I agree. I agree, by the way, that comment.
I love it. I love it. I love the product, and I'm just very, very proud to be here and just seeing all the feedback. So all that's left to say is thank you to Eren for looking after everything so well. Thank you to all of you for joining in and just being so engaging in your comments and yeah, it's just been fantastic. So we hope you have a very safe journey if you're heading home, a wonderful rest of the day. So thank you from us. It's been a real pleasure. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you.